Hey there and happy Tuesday. So today I'm bringing you card number 2 for KQ Black's virtual party. And here I've got a cute gnome again. I have found out that you guys love anything to do with gnomes for the most part. There's always some that are like, you know what, they're not my thing. And others of you that just can't get enough of the gnomes. So sometimes, even though I used gnomes last week, it's always kind of fun to bring them back soon, so you can see what did I do with them last time? What am I doing with them this time? Hi there, Julie. And so hopefully that can give you some inspiration. And I know some of you did like the gnomes. You know how I know that you like the gnomes is because after I did the card out of my series of 8 demos, then some of you bought the gnomes or the gnomes dies and both. So then I thought, oh, so some people like them. All right, so what I've got here, let's see. I just want to see if I'm, yep, here we go. My iPad's cut up. So what I've got here, like I said, is this card, but I kind of want to trot back to yesterday's card because some of you like that, and I thought, oh, I have to show you what came in the mail. And I don't always think things are always a coincidence, but here, before I get too far into it, here is the card I'm going to be doing today. But do you remember yesterday I made this card as KQ Black's first card out of her 3-card session? Well, what did I get in the mail but this? So this one I stamped in, a dark Night of Navy. And I got this from Shannon West from the home office, same stamp set. So I thought, oh, how funny. No coincidence there. Just congratulating me on $800,000 in sales that you guys helped me get to. So excited. So then Stampin' Up! Sends out this fun little I took that little string off because I thought, man, that might take me a while to open in front of you guys. But they have these nice, thick boxes that they put these pins in. So I have 8 diamonds here representing my $800,000 in sales. So it's a really cool milestone that you guys have helped me get to, and so I wanted to make sure and show you that. But then I thought, oh, how funny that she used it there, and I love what she did there. And she just stamped hers black on vellum, and I used a little bit of vellum in my card there too. So so that's really fun. And I'm excited about this pin, but I just have to show you guys this. My stamping friend Carla made me this. I talked about that I was at that little crafting retreat nearby in Wyndham over the weekend, and she made me this little fun pin, keep calm and make cards. And so that was just so fun to wear. If you would have seen me that day, my sweater kind of matched this, so it almost hardly showed up on my outfit. So I made sure to wear it again the next day. But I just had to give a shout out to Carla because that was so sweet of her to make that for me. And since I'm showing you one pin, I don't want her pin to feel any less important than my $800,000 sale pin. So that's for you guys. All right, so today I'm featuring Friendly Gnomes. It's kind of the spring version of the one that was in the Christmas fall catalog, mini catalog that we just got rid of a few months ago, and then all of a sudden they came out with this one, and I'm really excited because a lot of the dies for that coordinate both ways. So where this comes from is the mini catalog here on page 40, and I just love the spring fresh look of that. So today I thought, well, let's bring in some spring colors there too. And if you know me at all, then it's like, yep, I am ready for spring. So we've got that going on. Now it just needs to happen outside. I look out my window, we've still got feet of snow, but it looks like less feet of snow. So I'll be happy about that. All right. So the cute paper here, I'm using, if you know me at all, I like big, bold things, like yesterday's card, big, bold sentiment. So to find papers that have these little tiny images on them, those aren't ones that I always use very often. Hi there, Ginger. Hi, Missy. Hi, Donna. So we've got that coming from Hues of Happiness. So Hues of Happiness has these big bold images, and then from there, then they've got these really cute little flowers on here, and then some of these tiny little X's, which I think are really cute little stitches. So what I did for this card is I'm like, okay, to me, spring means green colors, and I don't always tend to go towards greens. So what I did is literally cut this section across there, and then I split it into 3 sections of 4 inches. So I cut that. I always give you guys measurements here. I cut this 2.5. Well, actually, I have to cut pieces here. This card's going to have all sorts of little pieces, whites. My main color is Coastal Cabana today, which I haven't used for a while. And so then when I pull out colors I haven't used for a while, all that's on my brain is what colors are they going to announce tomorrow that are retiring, and then we get to know what new colors are coming out with. So as I see all my cardstock here in front of me, I'm looking at like, which ones am I going to be sad about? Which ones will I be okay with leaving? And which ones will I be thrilled that they're keeping? So Coastal Cabana here is being used with these different flowers and such. So so my one piece is 3 inches by 4, and then my other top piece is 2 inches by 4. So we've got that for these 2 pieces here. All right, so I think I will just start. Yeah, but this looks so different than what you're used to with Hues of Happiness. Even this is so fun. It's kind of hard to cut up this because I think I still might want to use this for something too. My grandson, he's kind of a smarty. He took his Hot Wheels cars the other day here at my house and arranged them in rainbow formation. And I said, how'd you know how to do that? You know, because like, how many kids know rainbow at age 5? He's like, well, I just went by the rainbow. Like, yeah, I just did that. I just laughed because that's totally him. You know, doesn't everybody just know that? All right. So what I'm going to do with all these little pieces is just kind of set them aside. And I'm just going to pull out this little tiny kind of almost scrap piece of basic white and ink that up with my cute little gnome. Pulled this guy out. Gnomes, I don't know if guys, girls, whatever. That I always feel like they look like guys because of the beards, of course, but how many guys do you know that go around with flowers in their beard? So yeah, and that goes along with the sentiment. Spring is everywhere. It's even in his beard. Okay, so we've got that. So I'm going to die cut that with the Gnomes dies. And since the Gnomes dies aren't in a current catalog right now, they are a carryover product. I want to give you that number. The product number is 159625. So the Gnomes dies coordinate. We had those in the last catalog. And then the other dies that I'm using today are the Stylish Shapes dies. I should just leave these on my desk because I'm always using them. And I'm using one of the larger, not the largest, but one of the larger circles for that. So let me just grab my cut and emboss machine here. And I'm going to grab my... Actually, I probably can put both of these things on at the same time. I've got my Coastal Cabana that I'm going to cut my circle out of, and then I'm going to cut this cute guy here. All right, so we've got that. Can cut those 2 things, and then that's going to be it for my die cutting. So we've got that, and the reason why I love these Stylish Shapes is the stitching around there. Oh, good. Missy's escaping to Florida. Yeah, good for you. I keep thinking like, you know, I went to Florida too last month, and I almost feel like, wow, that seemed like a long time ago. Isn't that the reason you go, is to kind of break up winter and have it, you know, feel like it came sooner? I don't know if it feels like it's coming sooner at all, you guys. It just, even though like the sun's getting warmer, it's still cold out there. I went for a walk, bundled up in my like warmest parka still, you guys. All right, so I'm getting my camera down, which is a hint towards you guys that have been watching me for a long time, that I'm going to do some coloring. So I'm going to get out my Bermuda Bay blends and also my Pool Party blends. And it's kind of funny because when I go to the catalog, just to double check, like, am I missing some Stampin' blends? The Coastal Cabana here, that color's kind of right in between Pool Party and Bermuda Bay. There are no blends for that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to coordinate my own markers to go with it on either side of it. So I'm going to start with a and just kind of his cute little shoes here, and then I'm just gonna go up around on his sleeves and just color in the dark area there. And I was hoping too, with this being not a true green but kind of a version of green, that he wouldn't look too leprechaunish, because that holiday has already passed, and maybe it's just like me wanting to see green grass and such, that I just want everything to be light green, even though it's, you know, not St. Patrick's Day. So there we've got the light. So I've got both the dark and the light then of the Bermuda Bay for his clothes there. And then I'm going to switch to Pool Party and do the outline of his hat here in the dark Pool Party. Pool Party, I always feel like can look blue, like light blue sometimes, and then sometimes it can look more green, depending kind of on the coordinating colors that I'm using within the rest of the project too. So today I feel like it looks a lot more green. Other times it's a nice pretty blue. So I think I will call that my chameleon colors. I have other chameleon colors too. So that's the dark Pool Party. And then let me get out to the light Pool Party. Just gonna finish coloring in the rest. And I always try to go pretty much to the edges too, so that it truly blends and it doesn't just look like marks. But these markers are so good for doing exactly that, blending. And then I'm going to take and grab my brightest Daffodil Delight, and then just kind of do the centers here of those cute little flowers, like so. That's all that's for. I'm going to take kind of the skin tone, which is SU 800. That's the neutrals. If you have trouble finding the neutrals, let me know. They're kind of in the accessories part of the annual catalog, not with all the blends colors. So I know sometimes people be like, did they get rid of the neutral skin tones? No, so they're still in there. So that I'm using for his nose and hands. And then I'm going to go with the light fresh freesia. They've kind of given us some sneak peeks of different events coming up, and with those logos, Stampin' Up! Logos, I'm seeing some fresh freesia being used. And I don't know if it's a new color that's going to be coming out that looks like fresh freesia. You know, you never know, especially when it's a graphic, if it's even close to that in person or not. But I thought, oh, you know, that could be fun to see a color that's going to stay in the lineup, not just go away. But I'm not saying that for sure, because I have no confirmation at all. That will come tomorrow. So that's just me guessing. So don't say, oh, my demo said, because I did say that that's my guess. So that's all I'm saying. So this is my light smoky slate. So I'm just going to outline the beard there, and then just go over like the little marks that the Stampin' Up! Artist has put together there. Hi there, Rosina. So, you know, just a little bit of coloring. Hi, Jeannie. And all of a sudden that cute gnome is all done. And like I said, I chose green colors today for spring. So I'm just going to pop my camera back up there so I can start assembling my card. So like I said, my card base today, Coastal Cabana, opening up this way today for you guys. And then what I'm going to do is take this 3x4 inch strip of the Hues of Happiness paper. I have seen kind of an uptick of people buying the Hues of Happiness for people that are ordering from me. This is 2 inches by 4 inches, and you might go, okay, yep, now I definitely recognize Hues of Happiness for those that missed the introduction at the first part. So I am so happy. Like one person yesterday went and she ordered, like, restocked her re-inkers and cardstock and stuff for the outgoing in colors. And so that was nice to see, like, people thinking ahead and going, you know what, those we know are that they're going to be going out and such. So that's always good to see that, so that people aren't sad. So now I'm creating a belly band on here. So I grabbed Coastal Cabana, a 1 inch strip by 4 1/4, and then this is a Pool Party, a 1/2 inch strip by 4 1/4. And so I'm just kind of double matting that, and that's going to go here across the top. And I'm just going to kind of scoot that so we see a lot of those little cross or hashes here on the top with that designer series paper, but I still want to leave enough room here for a sentiment. Okay, so we've got that. And then I'm going to take my little stitch circle from the Stylish Shapes dies and bring that over. I'm gonna use some scratch paper here to cover up my Stampin' Pierce mat. And then I'm gonna open up Bermuda Bay for a little bit darker look. And that is what I'm going to do, the little marks of the grass. So a cute little grass image here. I'm just gonna stamp that right across like so. And yeah, I think there's enough on there. And then that just adds a little cute background for the sky to pop off and add some depth. So let me grab some dimensionals here, flip him over, and our card just comes together. Like I said, there was a lot of little pieces to it, but they all had purpose, so that's good. And then I can just put him, I'm going to put him a little off-centered only to make more room for my accessories. He looks pretty centered, but there's a little bit more room maybe here than there, or maybe it's just an optical illusion. But I do like how just that little piece of grass image just adds a little bit. So keep that in mind when you're working on like little layout scenes on your cards, like what could just add a little something if something looks blah. So doing that, like it does not take much at all to make that look a little extra special. And then this is a strip. Let me measure this one. Like I said, because there's so many little ones, I've already forgot. 2.5. That's what I was going to guess, but I don't want you guys to have to guess when I know. So this is 2.5 by 1 inch of the basic white. And then in the Friendly Gnomes stamp set, it says spring is everywhere. And like I said, it's so cute because obviously spring is even in his beard. So I've got that. And then to make this look a little extra special, I'm going to pull out the happy labels. So you've got a couple different designs there. I tend to like the one with a smaller little ripple there, and you can put 1/2 inch, 3/4 and 1 inch pieces in here. So I'm just going to go to the very end and get that to punch off and stick that in the very end. And then we've got that. And for those of you that wonder like how much of a scrap is left, these are my 2 pieces of scrap. So not very much, but still consider that, you know, for what you'd need, you know, if you're thinking of measuring things to be exact in that. All right, so this I'm going to tip over again and add more dimensionals. So we're kind of doing a double pop with the gnome and the circle die that it's on. So I'm going to put that on first. I'm going to center him on the belly band here that I made. And then this I'm going to pop up, and I'm just going to put about 3 dimensionals on here to pop that up across the sentiment like so. And then I'm just going to put that on a piece of about 1 1/4 inch strip of Coastal Cabana. And I didn't measure the length because what I do then is just go, okay, that's popped up, and I see I've got just a skosh sticking out there for my matting. And so then I'll just kind of eye that, and with my scissor cut about that same amount on the other side too. Now this I'm not going to do a double pop up with dimensionals. I'm just going to have this one be taped on. Oh, I was going to show you the difference of adding that extra matting, like having spring is everywhere. It kind of showed up, but with this being such a small fine print, it didn't really show up too much. And then just adding that outlying mat of the Coastal Cabana just added so much there, which was a nice little addition to do that. Hi there, Nancy. So I think everything's finished except for my embellishments. So, and the inside, of course. So I'm pulling out my Glossy Dots assortment today, and you can tell I liked the yellow ones because there's just that little one hiding out there. But I'm going to take the larger of the blue here and bluish green, and then the middle one and just put those on one side. And then the small one, I'm just going to kind of pop over here on this side, so that I just like that little kind of pop that that glimmer and shimmer and shine give for that. So I like how well it ties in with the Coastal Cabana, Bermuda Bay, and Pool Party color combination. Now for the inside, I'm thinking, oh, if you're sending this card, spring is everywhere, you just probably want to shout that from the rooftops here, because we've been waiting for that. So it just might be a note card, like checking in with somebody. And so for the inside, all I'm going to do is add this little guy. He's from the Friendly Gnomes too. And I just think he is the cutest little bird. Like, how does that not make your day? It's just the cutest little guy. So I thought, well, that would be kind of a fun addition to add for the inside of the card. And then we'll just leave that sentiment free on the inside, and just add him as our little character there that way. So let me just put him in there. So we've got that, and then we've got that. So hopefully you'll be encouraged that spring is coming just by looking at today's card for Kay's party. So that is my hostess, Kay Keelblock, and her host code. So how you can get the 3 cards that I'm making special for her demo is place a minimum $25 order using her host code, and then you'll get the 3 cards that I'm making as a thank you from both Kay and I for ordering through her party. And so tomorrow will be the last of the demos. I did one yesterday, one today, and I'll do one tomorrow. And tomorrow will also be the news. I'll be emailing out the retiring list and letting you know about the new color refresh and all that. So I will be busy with that, but I still want to plug in a card to finish up her demos, because her party won't be open for much longer either. So if you do see something tomorrow that you want after I post the list and need help ordering, her host code's open, as well as my March ordering special too. So that's going on right now. And if ever you need help ordering, let me know too. So have a great rest of your day and take care. Bye-bye.